Praise God. I'm Lisa White. Let's talk. It's been a minute since I've turned out a video since the No Deal Conference. And the No Deal Conference was on the 15th, and it was awesome. I've gotten back tremendous feedback on people, even in the short time, the short segments, being catapulted into places, the revelations, the deliverances that took place. It was a blessing. But today, I wanted to talk, and I was praying. I said, God, well, what would you like me to share today? And I began to think about Mary and Elizabeth, and how Mary, the mother of Christ, mother of Jesus, how when she was pregnant, she couldn't stay around her familiar surroundings and familiar people. The Lord told her, go to your cousin Elizabeth, who's also pregnant with something promised and divine. And when the two women met each other, the babies in them leapt. And I began to think of people sometimes ask me, I said, well, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. They said, you pregnant again? I said, no, I'm pregnant with possibility. I'm pregnant with ministry. I'm pregnant with something. And if you found yourself pregnant where God has implanted something in your spirit that you're going to have to give birth to, you need to get around other people that are pregnant like you. Not just an ordinary pregnancy, but a pregnancy, a vision that God has given you, a dream God has given you. You have to get away from the abortionists, because there are people that are waiting to kill the seed in you, to kill the vision, to kill the dream. And you need to get with somebody else. Find your Elizabeth. Say, Lord, where's my Elizabeth? Where's that person when I come into their contact, come in contact with them, come in their presence, where the baby in my womb is going to leap. There's going to be confirmation. There's going to be strength to go on, where we can water one another, nurture one another, and not just iron sharpening iron, but we'll have fellowship and begin to, because they understand, because they're in the same delicate position of carrying something precious and divine. You know what I'm saying? That they're there with you. And a lot of times, you get, and so sometimes you come into, he'll have you go and you go to church, and there's some nourishment for your baby. But on your one-on-one, and there's people that you have to dismiss from around you, because they are sent to abort your baby. They are sent to send grief and drama. I remember when I was pregnant with my first son, and my grandmother, she was ill. And she was kind of cantankerous and contentious, and she would just nag at me. And I said, Grandma, and I heard old people say this. I said, Grandma, stop. I said, you're trying to mark my baby. You just want him to look like it. She aggravated me. So I had to get away from her, because I was very young, but I didn't want my baby I didn't want to be miserable, nervous, and upset, because I felt like that was going to go into my baby. So I couldn't spend great deals of time around her. And then I was in a school with other pregnant women, where we were receiving instructions on how to take care of the baby, what to expect during the pregnancy. And it was a calm, because it was answering different questions, about what the experience I was going through. So if you have something that God has impregnated you with, you need to get around someone else who can identify with where you are, or who's already been there, who can help you through the process to strengthen and encourage. You want a peaceful experience, because it's funny, how you carry that child will have a lot to do with how they are temperamentally when they come out. And so I just like to say, if you're pregnant with something that God has given you, get around people that cause your baby to leap with joy. Get the identification, and other people and things you have to drop off. Say, no, I need a more peaceful environment. I need a cleaner environment. I need an environment where it's speaking to and nourishing me as the carrier of the baby, but it's also exciting the baby in me. You know what I'm saying? And infiltrating them with life and with confirmation. There were times when I was in business, certain business ventures, and I would get into these different business ventures, not so much because I wanted to share or sell the products that they were selling, but I wanted to get around other people who were willing to step out of the box. I wanted to be in that environment of people who were not afraid to take a chance. And I would go to the meetings faithfully, and I would take in the information, and I would implement and apply what they told me, and I achieved a degree of success. And then what happens is, I got to a certain point where I had achieved a certain level, And I allowed myself to go back into an environment of people who were more closed-minded, and my business as a result of that suffered. So if you're pregnant with something that God has given you, you need to get around the right people that have your baby leaping. Be blessed.